That's beautiful. So you're telling me about your journey. How'd you get here? You didn't what is it? You didn't want to come 5 years ago? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so I was invited to be on this trip 5 years ago by Jackie Engel, and it just, I don't know, for some reason it didn't resonate with me then. And I think maybe I was caught up at college and I was just focusing on other things.
One sec. Wait for these people to pass. Go ahead. Start with you were invited on this trip.
So I was invited on this trip 5 years ago by Jackie Engel, and which is the JLF Olami conference, and it just didn't resonate with me then. I think I was involved back in college in classes. I did Maimonides, and I really liked it, but then life, I think the interesting thing is you balance between your life and Judaism at first, when you're first kind of like getting interested. At least I've experienced that. And so 5 years later, I posted a podcast and Jackie reached out and she said, I really want to speak with you about some things that are going on. I think it might be really interesting for you. So we got together and we started talking about what a trip to Israel would look like. And she knew that this was coming up, and so she was like, you should come on this. I think it'll be a really great group, and I think you'll be a great addition. So it was about 35 leaders, Jewish young leaders between the ages of 20 and 30 that got together and just got inspired and learned what it was like to have like a Jewish voice and to feel empowered by leadership. And we met with CEOs, founders of companies, philanthropists, rabbis, all different types of people, just talking about how Judaism has kind of fueled their life's work. And it was really cool to see that you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose profession or Judaism. You can kind of fuse them together, and it actually propels you in a way that is seemingly pretty amazing for a lot of people. So we've been here for about 10 days, and I extended a few days just to kind of stay in the magic of Jerusalem. But just I was able to get a global perspective of what Judaism looks like in the world. And being in New York, I'm surrounded by Jewish people all the time, so it doesn't really resonate with me the challenges that a lot of Jews face around the world. And being able to meet people and hear that they're the only person in their school or the only person in their community, and how there's so much of a need for a community. It just gave me that much more empowerment and encouragement to really start building a network and a platform that will allow women to share their story and to feel connected to a greater world. So that is basically what the Soul Tour is all about. Okay, what's that?
What was can you just elaborate on that? Empowering Jewish and professional life and work, how does that? What was that? What's amazing empowering about that?
I mean, I think one of the things is everyone has a different perspective on Judaism and what it means to be religious or observant, and everyone kind of relates to it in a different way. Whether you get excited by the idea or you're turned off from the idea, there's just so much that people take away from. But I think seeing people in business that have values, they have boundaries, they have morals in a way where they conduct business totally different than the way that our society's business world is today. So the focus is on different things, it seems. And of course, I only met a few business owners and leaders, so it's hard for me to make a general assumption about how people do business. But it does seem that there's a structure in place to allow professionals to really create a life that isn't just workhorse bull life. It's really more of a balance of making an impact, helping people, growing a community. So to be able to see these learned people that are making a difference in the world, that are either creating jobs or creating, we really met with a lot of great people. So I think I'm still processing that, but.
Want to name any of them?
No, because I don't remember.